All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time for Jeff Johnson that has 3 things you need to know. Jeff, good morning.
Man, good morning, Rick. Good morning, everybody. How y'all feeling today?
Good morning, man. Man, we great this morning. Blessed and highly favored. Happy to be alive.
So it was a deep sigh before you start these days, right, Jeff?
No Special K on here. It's a deep sigh. Whenever Special K around.
Every damn day, it is something that, like, not supposed to happen. Like,
right.
You know what's not supposed to happen? One of the most distinguished groups of black journalists in the country are not supposed to have Trump come up in there and wreck their convention. Like, so I don't know how many people, even before this week, knew what NABJ was. The National Association of Black Journalists is an unbelievable group of both seasoned and young journalists. There's always college students, young journalists, those that are, making their way through this career that has changed so much in the last 5 years that, there was a time when you could go to NABJ and just get a job. Now you're going to NABJ to partner with people to create a job. And it's supposed to be a safe space for people in the journalism business to grow, to make connections, to learn, to know what's going on. And to have Donald Trump there on the first day literally made Chicago unsafe for them.
Really?
Now, well, think about it. Now the conversation is not about how we as black people continue to grow in the space of journalism. Now the conversation is about this dumbass who came up in there and was manipulated by a black journalist from Fox. They were manipulated by black journalists from Fox. And then the one real journalist, Rachel Scott, who was courageous enough to, with a level of distinction, politeness that Trump did not deserve, and professionalism, gets beat up when she was a real journalist. And so Roland went in. Roland's been on the board 3 times at NABJ. Like, he is really in. But if you're not clear about how you're navigating something like that, you're being manipulated. And I just hate to see that one of our Star Wars organizations got manipulated into thinking that they could control somebody who thrives on chaos.
Right.
And then to use that bully pulpit, that platform, that opportunity to further question not only the race but the integrity of Kamala Harris in a way that wasn't even about candidacy. Like, this goes back to this birther nonsense. Like, this was not about her being a candidate. This is about her being a person. And for him to attack the way he did, again, it's typical for him. But I'm hoping, because y'all know at some point he still needs more than his base to win. And I just feel like every single moment he's further alienating himself because he thought that worked in 2020. I don't think it's going to work the same way in 2020.
Oh, absolutely not, Jeff.
Oh, no, it's not. Yeah.
He old news. And like somebody said, he just like up to the same old tactics. And it's not the excitement around Donald Trump, a new candidate outside of the box. He's been around. No. This is a third presidential run. Third.
I think people are smart enough to see through his foolishness. And I thought that the ladies, more specifically, Rachel Scott, did an excellent job. As a female journalist, I was like, yes, sis. I mean, she held it down. Like you said, she was professional. She was poised. She kept her composure. Yeah, right. So.
But Jeff, you don't think they should have invited him, though? That's what your thoughts are about it?
So here's my thing. I actually thought it was a good idea if it can be contained. And he's not containable. So sure, I think that when all is said and done, he made a fool of himself. He showed his true colors. But we didn't need him to come to NABJ to do that. And again, just think that when I think about how many of those journalists went to NABJ, not to have to deal with that nonsense, but in a I mean, Maria, journalists in 2024 doesn't mean what it did 5 years ago, let alone 10 years ago. And you got people that are paying money to go to Chicago to figure out how to advance in a career that's probably one of the most insecure careers there is. And so no, I think when all was said and done, it hurt more members of NABJ than it helped them. And we got to be real clear about protecting our places and spaces because we ain't got that many. Y'all hit me at Jeff Nation and let me know what you think on IG. And always good to be with you all. Thanks so much. Have a good Thursday. And
thank you,
I'll talk to you
Jeff.
next week.